Just like Ravi, if you have also changed jobs, you may face such difficulties. Our financial year runs from April to March. Let's assume you change jobs in the financial year 2022-23, working for 6 months in one company and the remaining 6 months in another. In this case, you will receive Form 16S from both companies. So, how do you file your income tax return when you have changed jobs and have 2 or more Form 16s? Let's find out.
When it comes to filing income tax returns or ITR, one of the most important documents required is Form 16. Form 16 is a type of tax certificate which is also known as the TDS certificate. This is provided by the employer or the company to its employees. It contains information about the income earned from salary, exemptions, deductions, and details of TDS deductions made during the financial year. If you change jobs within the financial year, you should first submit Form 12B to your new employer. Form 12B includes information about the salary received from the previous company, exemptions like HRA or house rent allowance, and deductions such as ATC, ATD, and more. It also mentions details of TDS deductions. The new employer will use this information to calculate your tax liability for the entire year and issue a consolidated Form 16.
तो जस्ट बी केयरफुल, आप अपने नंबर्स को देखिए कि आपका डिडक्शन एग्जम्पशन जो आपने एम्प्लॉयर से मांगे थे, जो आपने सर्टिफिकेट दिए थे, वो एक्सेप्ट हो गए हैं। ये सब देखते हुए आप फॉर्म 16 को चेक करिए। बिल्कुल इसमें कोई गलती मिलती है तो आप अपने एम्प्लॉयर से बोलिए, वो इस अपनी रिटर्न को रिवाइज करके उसको ठीक कर देगा। इसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है।
Suppose you have changed jobs during the financial year 2022-23. In that case, you will receive Form 16 from both the new and old companies. When filing your tax return, you need to add the gross salary amount mentioned in both Form 16s. This will give you your total gross salary. Similarly, you also need to add the amount of exemptions like house rent allowances or HRA, leave travel allowances or LTA, and other allowances mentioned in both Form 16s. This will give you the total exemption amount. By subtracting the exemptions from the gross salary, you will arrive at the income chargeable under the head salary. Apart from salary, if you have income from savings accounts, fixed deposits, or any other source, you need to show it under the head income from other sources. This will then be added to your gross total income. The next step is to claim deductions like ATC, ATD, and others. After claiming these deductions, the remaining amount will be your net taxable income. It is possible that both companies have taken similar deductions in Form 16, but according to income tax laws, you can claim deductions only once on your income. The same rule applies to standard deductions as well. After calculating the taxable income, determine the tax liability. If any TDS or tax deducted as source has been deducted in both Form 16s, include it in the tax return. You will then know the amount of tax payable which you need to pay. If your TDS deduction is higher than your tax liability, you are eligible for a refund. Verify the deducted TDS amount in Form 26AS, an annual information statement which is available on the Income Tax Department's website. Remember, the TDS deducted should match. Sometimes you may receive Form 16 from the new company but not from the old company. In such cases, you can request Form 16 from the old company, or you may need the salary slip from the old company. By adding the monthly salary and exemptions, you can determine the income from salary. Additionally, Form 26AS will provide you with information on TDS deducted by both companies. By claiming deductions like ATC, you can then determine your net taxable income. Many people make the mistake of showing income in the tax return based on the Form 16 they receive only from the current company. As a result, after some time, they receive a notice of defective return. This notice is issued because they have worked in 2 companies but reported income from only one. This discrepancy leads to a mismatch in the income reported.
हो सकती है अगर आपसे कोई ऐसी गलती हो जाती है कि आप रिटर्न डिफेक्टिव आपकी हो जाती है, तो जब आप इनकम टैक्स के पोर्टल पर जाएंगे, लॉगिन कीजिए, पोर्टल पर जाइए, अपने पैन नंबर से जाएंगे तो वहां पर आपको वो सॉल्यूशन बताता है। वो आपको बताता है कि ये मिस्टेक आपकी है, क्या आप इसको एक्सेप्ट करते हैं या आप ऑब्जेक्ट करना चाहते हैं। या तो आप एक्सेप्ट कीजिए अगर आपको लगता है कि ये मिस्टेक सचमुच में हुई है। जैसे इसी एग्जांपल में हम लें कि अगर आपने 1,95,000 रुपए टैक्स कम पे किया तो आप पे कर दीजिए, इंटरेस्ट के साथ देना पड़ेगा इस पैसे। जैसे ही आप इसको ऑब्जेक्ट करेंगे तो आपको मौका देता है उसको करेक्शन करने का।
The time has come to file income tax returns. People have started receiving Form 16 from their companies. To avoid any inconvenience during the return filing process, request Form 16 from your previous company before leaving and submit it to the new company. If you don't have Form 16 from your previous company, request it from the finance department of the company. Most companies provide Form 16 to employees by June 15th. If you encounter any difficulties while filing your return, you can seek assistance from a tax consultant or a chartered accountant. You can avail of exemptions and deductions only if you have chosen the old tax regime. The deadline for filing returns from the financial year 2022-23 is July 31st.